Hey, how's it going, everyone? Shuirozen here. Welcome back to day 52 or 3, or I don't even know, of me playing one day of Minecraft every day. But I hope you're well. I hope you're having a great day. I'm having a bit of a rough day, but I am looking forward to just sitting down here and hanging out with you all and just taking my mind off of the day. I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone. All of the super lovely comments about how pretty and lovely this world is, that you guys like, and I appreciate that. I think that's super cool. This is a I've never invested this much time into building something like this, so the fact that people think it looks nice, that's really cool, you know. But yeah, I think today was just kind of a rough day, and I don't want this to be some kind of like this dude's just gonna ramble on about his sucky day or his feelings or whatever. Like, no, like there's a lesson in here, there's a lesson I'm trying to remind myself of somewhere, some way along those lines, right? I'm loving this inventory sorting mod. That is super sick. That doesn't go in there. Let's go in there. I don't know what we're gonna do today. But isn't that the beauty of doing this series every day, is I can do whatever I want, not have a plan, and just go with it, right? But something that was brought to my attention today, and I'm going to come out and say it, is how I am longing to be understood. Like, aren't we all, right? I think about it. And like, I know, like not really. I feel like I've always kind of felt like that, like growing up, I got picked on and like bullied a lot and stuff. Like, okay, whatever. Like, I'm an adult now. It's behind me. My life turned out great. Like, I'm still here. I'm still kicking it, right? That's fantastic. I know how difficult that stuff can be, especially having like a twin brother that never had to deal with like the harshness that I did, like, I'm glad, I'm grateful, because I think it made me stronger. That's not what I'm here to talk about, right? I like always kind of like felt like I didn't fit in, or like no matter how hard I tried, it was never ever good enough. It was only second best, or it wasn't even, recognizable. And now that I'm older, I'm working full-time. I've been working full-time for a few years now. I even worked full-time and did school, and at one point had like 2 jobs during school, being a college student, right? Like, I'm a hard worker, and I could be really hard on myself, and I've said some not so kind things to myself about myself, right? And I made a video like a couple days ago about that. It's like, I get it. Like, I'm in this era right now, right? I'm feeling it. Like, I'm working on it, And oh yeah, here's the dock I made. I haven't touched it in a little bit. I need to swap out these lanterns, but it's this is supposed to be like a little boat, like a little fishing boat. It's terrible, I know. I've never made a boat, but I tried my best. Do I have that campfire still? I can cook up this fish? I don't think so. A campfire on the beach actually kind of sounds fire. I'll make one, because why not? I don't know why I got rid of it. Silly goose. Right, so I'm used to, no matter how hard I work, no matter how hard I try, no matter the quality of work, the amount I go above and beyond, is like, it's never good enough. And I'm used to it, right? Okay, I'm not asking for anything. I don't need a pat on the back, I don't need a thank you. Like, I do it for me. I do like my job well, and I enjoy my job. I have someone I work with, and I view them as a teammate, and they view me less than them. They are superior than me. It's their way or no way. Anything they say goes, and I am there to follow. But I think of us as equals, and that's where I need to kind of learn and grow from, and realize that, great, this person is right, and I am beneath them. I'm not trying to go above them in any way, right? But I just viewed our dynamic as it's a team, both being like upper management, right? Like, we're both here after the same goal. It takes both of us to carry this team, right? And they told me today that I'm not gonna use the profanity in this, so I'm a censor it, or I don't know. Sorry, it was a long day, man. They said that I don't want this to be harsh, we'll say, but everything you do frustrates me. I'm like, okay, what do you mean by that? What are you trying to say right now? You know, and it just was like, dude, like, our employees, the team loves me. I will say I am, like, the hardest worker here. I'm the one that goes above and beyond. I'm the one, like I went in late last night because there was, like, a problem. And apparently that was wrong for X, Y, and Z reasons, right? Or, you know, whatever it is, there is always a problem. Whenever there's a problem and I fix it, it will always come down to this person telling me that I did wrong. It frustrated them. And they told me today too. I was so confused by this. Like, in the moment, I was really frustrated, and it, like, hurt. It kind of hurt my feelings. It's okay to have your feelings hurt, you know, in, like, a professional setting. It's like, okay, like, you know, but I'm not gonna sit here and mope about it and be like, okay, like, I hear you, like, whatever. Like, I'm gonna do better, you know. Like, I'll try. I'm gonna try my best every day. I give you my best every day, you know. But they're like, I know you're not an idiot, but what are you thinking every day? Looking back now, it's kind of funny, but in the moment, I'm like, what'd you say to me? You know, and I'm just like, okay. Apparently, I'm not good enough, you know? And it just got me thinking about, like, this, like, you know, how is, like, people, we are, like, you know, just longing to be understood. I feel constantly misunderstood by this person. My intentions are never crystal clear, but to every other employee it is, and to, you know, our boss, it's fine, you know. There's no problem. So I was like, no one has a problem with my work. No one has a problem with who I am as a person, who I am as a leader, how I do my work. It's only this one person. So I try to remind myself of that, and I don't like thinking about it like that. Like, it's not me, it's you kind of deal, you know? Like, I'm trying to be better, but I'm like, am I gonna, like, I don't know if you can hear it. There's something I realized too, like, the past, like, 2 weeks. I have a hard time consistently talking, or even just, like, talking in general. Like, I don't know. I'm so insecure about speaking, and, like, I have, like, a little bit of a speech impediment. Like, I stumble over my words all the time and stutter and, like, mispronounce things all the time. And you can hear it in my videos. In the last couple weeks, I've noticed doing these videos every day and, like, listening back to what I say. It's gotten worse. And it gets worse when, like, my anxiety goes up, and I made a video, like, talking about that. Like, it's what I call it, like, it's not worth it or something like that. I don't know. Oh, this would be a sick thumbnail. Oh, I cut down the trees. Like, just this is so peaceful. Best part of my day right here. Actually, that's a lie. You know, I got off and I knew I was feeling like garbage, so I, like, texted my brother, who just got back from a work trip, so I was really looking forward to spending some time with him. So he had today off because he drove back late last night, and met up with him and my girlfriend for lunch. We're all really, really close. My brother and my girlfriend work together, and I used to work with them, but I moved on to other things, right? Anyways, what I was saying is, like, the last couple weeks, my speaking has gotten worse. It's been bad. And it's because, like, my anxiety's been up. And I think it's because of, like, this one person, actually, that I kind of, like, taking a closer look into, what's causing this? Why do I feel this way? It's because of this one person, you know? And I could do something, but at the end of the day, like, it is what it is, right? I've tried not to accept that I will never be understood by this person, and not being understood by this person is not my goal. But it makes me question and feel, like, brings me back to that feeling of, gee, like, I hated being misunderstood as a kid for most of my life, even through high school, you know. I was, like, felt like an outsider, right? I got into, like, some pretty bad relationships, or, like, a couple of bad relationships in, like, high school that just, like, made, like, trying to, like, go back and, like, trying to, like, figure out who I am as a person. It made that harder. It made it a journey. You know, but that was years ago, right? And I've come out for the better, but it takes me back to those days, and it's kind of scary, you know. I'm not gonna lie. I feel those feelings again. It brings back those memories, and like, hey, whatever, it is what it is. It's just a memory at this point, right? But it scares me that it's like, oh, like, am I actually misunderstood by everyone? Like, I don't know, you know. And it makes me question my own self-worth. And that's the sucky part. Like, I know who I am as a person. I know the quality of work I do. I know the quality of relationships I have. I know how much I care about what I do and the reasons I do it, right? And the people I do it for, you know. And my intentions are probably completely different than this person. And you could argue they need better intentions, or they're not right, or whatever it is, right? But I think did I miss a wood in here? I don't think so. But I know I've been procrastinating, like, the nether portal build I've been saying I'm gonna do, but I think I might build some cherry trees. I think that's needed. But I'm also curious, if you place enough leaves, at what point do they start to generate particles like the trees do? Does it have to be a tree from a sapling? Because if so, I might make some. But I love having the particles around the base. I think that looks really, really good. And that's honestly why I started wanting to make videos at a point in time where it was 2 years ago, almost to the day, you know. I made my first video in April of 2024. And it was at a point in time where I was at, like, this, I don't even know what you call it, 7 to 7 job. Wasn't even 9 to 5. It was 12 hours, and it was grueling work at a Fortune 500 company straight out of college. You know, I've talked about that experience before, right? And it was just, dude, I was like, this cannot be my life. And I felt so lost, because I was like, I did all the things right. I went to school. I got a degree. I got a college education. I got a good job out of school. It's at a Fortune 500 company. I'm making okay money. I'm, like, you know, I have benefits. I have health insurance, right? I got all the things going on. But boy, does this suck. And so I got away from it, and I went back to something that I was a little bit more passionate about, and I've been able to, it's yielded me a couple of really cool opportunities, you know, and I'm happy. You know, I got promoted like 6 months ago, right? It's been great. But even then, I learned more about myself this last year than I think I have in my entire life, which is, I think, common for being in, like, your early 20s, you know? I felt kind of behind during that time, but you know, I was just trying so hard to be the person I was expected to be, do the things that, you know, probably society expects me to do, and accomplish the things that, like, society expects me to have accomplished, right? And that's when I was, like, losing track of, like, who am I, or who do I want to be? You know, this is my life. You know, you can be like, what? The captain of your fate, the master of your fate, the captain of your soul, right? And I lost track of that, you know. But hey, I found my way back. You know, it took me like 2 years, give or take a year and a half maybe. And it's tough. And again, I was just trying to be understood, you know. And my point of saying this was, I know I got a little sidetracked, was I started making these videos when I was so lost. And I was like, dude, if there's one person out there out of like the 7 or 8 billion people are out there in the world, and one person feels the same way as this, and it makes their whole world come together and they feel at peace, and I was like, then that's what I want to do. I want to be that one person out there. So I kept making these videos about, like, you know, talking about, you know, stuff that was on my mind, and you know, and that's been like the theme of my channel. So, you know, here I am 2 years later. I'm still doing it. It's I've gotten some pretty cool results, met some really cool people, got to learn a lot about myself. You know, and it just yeah, it makes me wish that I had the power to make no one feel misunderstood ever again. But there's really cool things out there, like music. People make music so people can relate to something and feel understood, and feel like that this song is, you know, being played about their life, right? Being a kid that went to music school, like that's what it's about, you know? That's what music pretty much was. I'm not gonna say back in my day, I'm not that old, but like back in the day, you know, that's what it was about. And that's why people like listen to kind of older music, you know? Think back to, like, I don't know, Marvin Gaye, like the Beatles, you know, like that's when, like, times like people were trying to be understood. They wanted someone that made them feel like they weren't alone. And that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Music's a great thing, you know. Even then, I got a little frustrated. Like, my work knows that music is important to me. I usually have rehearsals on Mondays, and I sometimes have gigs on Wednesdays, right? And for a while during the winter, I had rehearsals like right after work at like 5 when I would get off, you know. I'd run straight to rehearsal. Be like, well, you never want to hang out with us. Is like this not important? Because you being on this team means like it's important to us, and we want to spend time with you. I'm like, great. Like, pick any other day of the week. There's 7 days in the week, and you picked the one day where I've had a prior commitment for the last 6 months with rehearsal. And to be honest, doing this music stuff once a week means more to me than anything you guys could ever give me in terms of like relationships or fulfillment, right? And I wasn't trying to be harsh, but I was like, yeah, this means a lot more to me than this hangout. And I know you feel strongly that I'm not attending. It's not because I don't want to, so please don't make that assumption. It's because, yeah, I'm doing something that means the world to me, you know. And Monday nights is the start of my weekend. You know, Monday nights are my Friday nights. So if I don't have to be around work people, I might not want to, you know? And that's setting up boundaries, you know, protecting what's... I made that video, protect what matters most to you, or whatever I titled it, you know? And, yeah. Sometimes you gotta stand on business, man. I kind of had to today. I was like, don't make me feel bad for something that is, like, important to me, you know? Don't take that away. Like, that is not cool. So again, I just felt misunderstood. Like, oh, maybe I'm stupid for wanting to go have music rehearsal and, you know, go play the saxophone with some other saxophone players and have rehearsal and you know, do something that makes me happy, that I'm passionate about, because I should be doing this instead. This is what society, my coworkers, my work, my business is telling me I need to be doing. I need to not be doing that. I'm like, no, dude, screw you guys. Like, like, you know what I'm saying? Wow, what great timing. 20 minutes is up, dude. I know this is a little bit of a different video, but I hope you kind of took something away from this, you know? Because if you did, man, I'm here for you. And if you didn't, like, that's okay. Like, you know, we all just want a place to belong. We all want a place to call home. We all want people to come home to and make us feel valued. So, what would that be? All right, let's call it here, guys. Thank you so much for all the support lately. Somebody left a comment. My boy, I think it was Ronnie, left a comment saying close to 900 subscribers, and I just can't believe that. But today was, I want to say, day 52 or 53 of playing one day of Minecraft every day. Thank you so much for being here with me, and I will see you tomorrow.